and a very good day to you, and welcome to The Turning Point. I'm, as you know, Newsline Faraz, but, my it's a very unusual name, Newsline Faraz. But anyway, it's Faraz. And my guest today on The Turning Point is the former Securities and Exchange Commission Director General, Malik Cader. And Malik Cader has quite kindly agreed to come here and answer some questions about that man, DT, and his policies. Donald Trump, also known as the President of the United States. Malik, welcome to the program. Thank you.
Oh, thanks for inviting me, Faraz, for the program. And it's after a long time
Indeed
that we are getting together on a program of Faraz's Newsline.
Thank you. Malik, what is President Donald Trump up to then? He's trying to make America great again.
Yeah, he's trying to make America great again with the help of everyone else's tariff.
What does this mean, though? I mean, I'll be frank, I don't understand it, for heaven's sake. Let's say that I manufacture in Sri Lanka pajamas, and I send these pajamas to an importer in New York City. My price is the same, it's whatever it is. How do I get affected by Trump imposing 30% more on the American importer for Sri Lankan product?
Yeah, so for us, what will happen is the American importer, right, while importing the product, will have to pay a 30% tax, a 30% more tax than he was paying.
An increase of 30%.
Increase of
So
30%.
if he was only paying 10%.
He was only paying 10%. Now he pays 40%.
Right.
Right. You add that
30%
onto that 10%, and technically, the American people buying this pajama will have to pay that extra money.
The 30% more.
More.
So how does that affect me as the exporter from here then?
Yeah. The issue here is, Faraz, you as an exporter from Sri Lanka, your demand will drop.
I see.
Because your importer at that end has an increased cost because they are importing this product from you from Sri Lanka.
I see.
Okay. Now, we need to look at the region to see whether we are competitive,
right,
on this tariffs.
So what about India?
Yeah, tariffs
Yes.
which have been imposed by the Trump administration.
Yeah.
Take, for example, Vietnam.
Yeah.
The tax imposed in Vietnam
Yeah.
is 20%.
Right.
Less than ours, 10% less than ours.
Right.
India, still there is no finality on the tax. But most predict that the tax would be 11%.
Right.
Okay. If that's the case, we certainly don't have an advantage of exporting, right, your pajamas to the United States of America, because your American importer will get the pajamas cheaper from India and from Vietnam.
Unless my quality is so blessed good.
Yes. So you need to add value,
Right.
to your product, right? So that is important. That is key to this whole thing.
But your prediction is that in the meantime, whilst we up our quality and so on and so forth, that in the meantime, we are likely to suffer a reduction in the quantity ordered from us.
Perhaps yes, that is there. But for us, you need to also look at this thing from a different perspective as well.
Which is what?
Which is basically, for a while, don't think that the American who's buying your pajama is going to pay 30% more, the consumer.
He might take to sarongs instead.
No. He's basically, he won't pay 30% more.
Right.
Why I say so is because the pajama you're selling to the American importer,
Yeah.
you're selling it to him at $1. I'm just giving a hypothetical example.
Right.
Okay. He sells it in the store
Yeah.
at $5.
Right.
Okay. So your $1 you sell your pajamas, the additional tax for him is
Yeah.
30 cents,
Okay.
30 American cents.
Yes.
Right? So that 30, even if you add the 30 American cents to the $5,
Yeah.
it is only 530. It's not 30% on $5.
I see.
Okay.
Okay. Point taken.
So what will ultimately happen is the American importer will try to negotiate with the Sri Lankan exporter
Right.
on the pricing.
Right.
Take a cut, right? They will also take a cut, right? That will be a scenario where there would not have been competition.
Right.
But when there is competition, and if the product quality is good, obviously they will go to the place where they can get the product at the cheapest price.
What about another perspective? I know that in the Sultanate of Oman, they have an FTA with the United States, so their tariff is 10%. Does it mean that the likes of MS and Brandix and all the mainstays of Sri Lanka's garment industry, do you think that there might be a sudden exodus from here to the Sultanate of Oman,
Point
where
well
they
taken.
can take it off at 10%?
Point well taken. I mean, it's not Oman. They can even go to India if it's 11%,
Yes.
right?
The quality of life surely is better in Oman.
Right. So quite right. Yes. So
I am an
people-
Omanite, I'm sorry.
Sri Lanka will certainly not benefit, but might lose as a result if a thing like that is to happen. And I don't blame the entrepreneurs, because what happens is they will look at the rupees and cents,
Yes.
how best they can make their rupee work, and how best they can maximize their profit.
I mean, it might not be easy for the likes of MS or Brandix to uproot 30, 40, 50,000 people and take them en masse to Oman. But, you get the point, though, I'm trying to make, that we may lose some to relocation.
Yeah, there's a very valid point in what you say, but then what you also have to remember in this whole thing is just not uprooting, right, 40, 50,000 people and taking them to Oman. There is a cost factor in that as well.
Yeah.
So they will have to certainly look at the pros and cons of this whole thing, right? But well, who knows? We'll have to wait and see. And I think the government will have to be very mindful of this situation and address these concerns, right? So they need to have, I think they would have ideally got together, I think, because the exporters, the garment manufacturers are the people who are going to get affected.
Yeah.
Because the bulk of products that go to America is from the garment sector. So they need to have a strategic committee, right, with the stakeholders. They also might need to give them some concessions here and there, right? Because this is a situation.
Who should be giving concessions?
The government,
Sri Lankan
Sri
government.
Lanka, because we are talking about our exports. We are talking, Faraz, for the last 6 months.
But Malik, surely Sri Lanka can hardly afford. We hardly have two coins to sort of press together. And how on earth do you expect President Anwar Kumar Dissanayake and his finance team to conjure up more money?
Yeah, the thing is this.
They're not magicians.
Yeah, but you have to decide whether you're going to lose whatever you have, right? And then try to regain on a long-term basis what is necessary for the country.
But we have to. But
We have.
we have to grow the economy. We need to pay our dues in 2027.
Yeah, but the question here is for us, as you say, right? That benefit will then go to a country like Oman, right? Where we will have no exports going. There's no dollars trickling into the country. So that is why I said the strategic committee is required to look at the pros and cons of it.
Do we have enough expertise in government to look at the pros and cons, or are we going to import this expertise from where else? God knows.
Well, if we have to import, we have to import, because what for us, Experience is something you can't buy. Education, academic qualifications, yes, you can buy them, or you can basically even earn them here. Experience is something which is not available for sale. Experience, so getting experience people, professionals, right, with certain knowledge of this is key to this issue, because this is very technical. This is not academic.
But it's serious.
It's very serious.
It's serious.
So you need professionals to come and advise
Good.
government on this.
Thank you, Malik Cader, for that take on the new tariff regulations emanating from the Donald J. Trump administration in the United States, and countries like Sri Lanka adding to our troubles. But what can we do? Excepting fight it on and face it head on. Thank you for watching The Turning Point with Malik Cader and me, Faraz.